Hey, did you know in the United States, 350 slices of pizza are eaten every second? It's a lot of pizza. 93% of all Americans order at least one pizza a month. 93%! That's a lot of people. It's also a lot of pizza. So it's not surprising that eventually I'll get around to doing this video. It's a pizza video. But I'm in the supermarket and I see something very interesting. Cauliflower pizza. Cauliflower pizza? Alright, so, cauliflower pizza. Why? Why do cauliflower pizza? Well, as it turns out, it tastes pretty good. But there's a couple of misconceptions. Generally, they are not all gluten-free, although many of them are. You check out the flour. Check out the ingredients. The flours are usually like corn flour, potato flour. So a lot of them are gluten-free, and that's good for people who, need to eat gluten-free. But they are not carb-free. There's a lot of carbohydrates in these pizzas. The carbohydrate is what kind of glues the cauliflower together into a dough. So you need the flour in there. It could be corn flour, it could be potato flour, but you need some kind of flour in there, okay? Can't be carb-free. Some of the pizzas have like 30 grams of carbs per portion. That's a good amount of carbs. So you have to be careful with that. Just be careful. How do you be careful? What's the best way to be careful? Make your own pizza. That's fantastic. And it's not as difficult as you think. The problem is I don't make like normal pizzas. If any of you have seen any of my other pizza videos, my daughter gets so mad at me. Dad, I want a regular pizza. Can't you make a regular pizza? I said, daughter, I love you, but I'm not making regular pizza. I don't like it. I mean, listen, I like it, of course, but I like to make interesting stuff. Interesting pizza. Today I'm making a cauliflower pizza. But it's got to be interesting. It's got to be delicious. This one's actually vegan. It's not almost vegan. It's vegan. It's going to be wonderful. Hey, why don't we get started cooking? Because this pizza does take a little while to make. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, I forgot. Listen, I got so excited. I forgot to tell you. Subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. If you want to learn how to make pizzas all day long, got to subscribe. Okay, so let's start cooking. So, first thing I have to do is deal with the cauliflower. All right. Got to cut up into florets. Got to roast it. Oh, it's going to be awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a nice head of cauliflower. I'm going to use half of this head. So, I'm going to cut it in half. There we go. You see that stem there, that solid stem? I don't want that. I don't want that. So I'm going to cut it like a V. Cut that stem out. Beautiful. Get these leaves off of here. Fantastic. And I have about a half a head of cauliflower there. Okay. I want to cut this into what's called florets. And the way I cut into the stem halfway, twist the knife, and then pull it apart. So that you see that it's not a straight line. It's kind of like a natural shape. That's good. Okay, so we got to pre-cook this cauliflower because if you put it into a pizza and it's not cooked, you're going to be eating some hard cauliflower. So I got to pre-cook it. Now, I can boil it in salted water. Sure, that'll work. But I want an awesome flavor. And the best way to cook, cauliflower is kind of like a cabbage. The best way to cook cabbage is to saute it or roast it. I'm going to roast it. First thing I have to do is cut this small, because I want a lot of surface area. I'm going to season the cabbage, and the season is going to go all over the outside of the cabbage. So if I have like a big piece, right, the surface is going to be all covered with seasoning, and you're going to have a nice seasoned piece of cabbage. But instead of that big piece, if I have like 3 smaller pieces, you got more area that's going to be covered with seasoning. That's going to have more flavor. So I want to cut it small. Check this out. Okay, so you have that nice small cauliflower florets. Okay, and I have here little pieces of the florets. Hey, that's beautiful. Little florets. Look at that. Okay. In the bowl, I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Beautiful. About a half teaspoon of black pepper, freshly ground. Half teaspoon salt. 1 teaspoon granulated garlic. I have this wonderful, look at that. I got this at Amazon. Greek seasoning. It's wonderful. You can use Italian seasoning, Greek seasoning. You can use a little bit of oregano, basil, whatever you want. I like to use dry so it doesn't burn. And I use a half a teaspoon. I like this seasoning because look how fine it is. It gives you a nice flavor. Woo! Greek seasoning. Tastes good. Okay. I'm going to spray a sheet pan so it doesn't stick. It's a small sheet pan. Then I'm going to put the cauliflower into that sheet pan with all its seasoning and everything. Spread it out nice, like that. Beautiful. Hey, I have the oven preheated, 350 degrees. That's awesome. I'm going to check that in about 20 minutes. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to start to smell up the whole kitchen nice. That's what you want. Oh, yeah. Hey, next is the dough for the pizza. Awesome. Now, we're not going to use potato starch or cornstarch. We're going to use flour, but not regular flour. We're going to use a whole wheat flour. It's better. Nutritionally, it's better for you. So, that's what we're going to use. This is the same bowl I used to mix the cauliflower. Hey, no need to wash out the bowl because it got good flavor in it. Remember all the seasonings we put in the cauliflower? A little bit got on the side of the bowl. When you make the dough, it's going to get into the dough and give the dough a little bit of extra flavor. Don't have to wash the bowl. Save some time. Save some energy. Okay, so I put 1 cup of water in the bowl. Next, I'm going to add my yeast. Hey, this is rapid yeast. Fine. It's 1 envelope. I don't buy the envelopes. I use too much yeast. I buy it in bulk. So this is 2.5 teaspoons of yeast or 1 envelope of yeast. Either way, it works. Okay. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to mix this up just to dissolve the yeast. There we go. Beautiful. Now the yeast I'm using is called instant yeast or rapid yeast or whatever you want to call it. And the idea is you don't have to let it sit and develop. You just mix it with the water, dissolve it, and just start adding your ingredients to it and make your dough. It's going to work. It's easy. Life is good. Life is easy. All right. Okay, here I have my beautiful whole wheat flour, and I have 2 cups of whole wheat flour. I'm going to add most of it. I'm going to leave a little bit aside. So I have like 1 3/4 cups or so. Just leave a little bit aside, just in case it's too much flour. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I like to add some black pepper. About a half a teaspoon black pepper. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Going to mix that up. See, it's pretty loose. It's like a batter. It's not even like a dough. It's like a batter. I'm going to add the rest of our flour. Now it's starting to come together like a dough. See that? And that's it. Now, when I make this particular pizza dough, the dough is usually a little bit loose. It's usually like a little bit pasty. I like to do it that way. That's why I do it. It gets you a little different. It gets you a little lighter kind of a crust. And that's to do it. It's also easier to work with. So that's the consistency. It's not your traditional, I have to knead it for 10, 15 minutes. You mix the dough up good and then let it rise. Awesome. Okay, so the dough has come together like a dough, and at the same time, it's a little bit sticky. Okay, I'm gonna put about a tablespoon or so of olive oil in this bowl. Okay, coat the sides of the bowl nice. Then I'm gonna take this dough. I'm gonna put it right in that bowl. So good. Look at that. Woo! Right in there. And then I'm going to take some more oil, just drizzle it on top. So maybe it's going to be another 2 tablespoons or so of oil on this dough. I mix it around a little bit, the dough. And there we go. Beautiful. Hey, I put some plastic wrap on this. It's fine. And I'm put it in a warm spot. I have a special spot in my kitchen. You can always turn your oven on 200 degrees, then shut it off and put it in the oven. Okay? It should be around 110 degrees or so to proof. But here's what I do. I have a nice warm spot. It's where the hot water heat is located. Right in this room over here. Nice and warm in here. Put it on the shelf. And I'll see you in about 40 minutes. Hey, in about 20 minutes, I'm going to take the cauliflower out of the oven. About 20 minutes after that, we'll check on our dough, and we'll go from there. Awesome. Someone just texted me. My phone's ringing like crazy. Okay, I'll catch you later. I got to watch some TV and relax a little bit. I'm a little tired today. Long weekend. Long weekends are tough. Okay. So this came out of the oven. Took about a half hour, and I cooled it down a little bit. It's got a little bit of nice. It's very soft, right? It's really nicely cooked, and smells. Wow, it smells delicious, like a roasted cauliflower, nicely seasoned. Okay, let's check the dough. Hey, I'm over here. Okay, so the dough rose. It like doubled in size. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna throw the dough back into this big bowl. Okay, and then I'm going to add all the roasted cauliflower. Then I'm just kind of fold it over a couple times. It just gets the cauliflower mixed into the dough. That's all I'm doing. It's just folding it over, keep folding it over. Like that. Beautiful. And there you have your basic cauliflower dough. You can see the bits and pieces of cauliflower in there. Wonderful. This pan I roasted cauliflower on still has a lot of that oil and flavor on the pan. Hey, don't wash it. I'm going to use that. Hey, we can use whatever pan you want. I'm using this sheet pan. I put the dough on there. Now, the dough has a lot of gluten because I just worked in the cauliflower. So you can let it rest a little bit. Then you can spread that dough out. Okay, so pizza is defined as a base, usually made from flour, like I made here. I added cauliflower to it, but that's okay. A base with a tomato sauce and cheese. That's basically what pizza is, okay? I'm going to take a few liberties here, but that's basically what I'm going to do right now. Okay, here's my tomato sauce. I have these Campari tomatoes. They're nice and small. That's why I like them. And I cut the ends off. And then I slice them thin. Don't use the end. You know what you do with the ends? You eat them. Mmm, delicious. Hey, for cheese, I have something special. I have nutritional yeast. It's a yellow, flaky kind of, it looks like a little like Parmesan cheese, but it tastes like Parmesan cheese. It has that nice nutty flavor, but there's no cheese in it. It's a byproduct of yeast. So, yeah, very good. Nutritional yeast got good flavor. It tastes like Parmesan cheese. That's the cheese part of the pizza. So you see I have my tomatoes on there. Very nice. And now I'm going to put the cheese on. And I'm going to put this back in that closet for about a half hour. Then I'm going to throw it into a 400-degree oven. Cook that off. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be a delicious pizza. That's a cauliflower pizza. Whole wheat. A little healthy. The flour's a little healthy. And then you have nice chunks of cauliflower. Like if you buy cauliflower pizza, you can't even tell it's cauliflower inside. It's all incorporated into the flour. It's all pulverized and mashed and whatnot. This nice little chunks of cauliflower. It's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Okay, let's put it into the closet. Hey, I'm back over here. Right by the closet. Nice and warm in there. See in a half hour. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes. Let's check out the pizza. Look at that. That looks wonderful. Hey, I made some lentil soup the other day. I'm going to have some pizza with some lentil soup on the side. Wonderful. Maybe I'll even dip the pizza into the soup. Who knows? Live dangerously, right? So, check out some of my other pizza recipes. They're also delicious. I'll leave the link in the description. That's awesome. And don't forget to make this beautiful cauliflower pizza. It's wonderful.